Hi, good evening. Just give me a few minutes. I'm sharing my link so that we can have people joining in. All right, so I posted my link. Hi, Kagan. Hi, Saurabh. Hi, Arun. Good evening. Hope you had a good, nice weekend. This time, we had good weather here. It was not so cold. Okay. So I am sharing my screen with all of you now. I'll be sharing the, one second, let me just stop sharing and share the entire screen so that we can switch between the Excel sheets as well. Alrighty, you can see my screen, right? Hi Gajendra, hi Vasudha, hi Ahmed, hi Sandeep, good evening, hi Nilesh, good evening, hi Tarun. Practically there is no good news. Like Friday, I told everybody to get out of the market because this was not looking good. And now what is happening, it's not giving good picture. Whatever Russia has said, and if you look at the crude, we'll talk more about once we are at 7, because I don't want to start and then miss few points for other people. So we'll talk about that. Technically, I will not recommend anybody to jump into options until certain clarity is there. If you have to trade options, make sure you trade in the front of the screen. Anytime you're seeing profit, don't miss to book it. This market is not the market to go long at all. Don't try to catch this falling knife, and don't try to be a hero by buying leaps. This is 4,200. We might even go to 3,800. I will not be surprised with that. Hi, Jeremy. Hi, Chirag. So let me just start with the basic scan on weekly candles on the inside weeks. Let's see from the weeks, what do we get? Home Depot, Triple M, Moderna, Lift, Beyond. So Beyond and Lift and Moderna, they're not much important. Moderna can move a lot, and even ES is inside weak. So any move towards down is going to hit really, really hard. Let me see on daily. It's only VMware. So let's come out with tickers which we want to discuss. I have not done this analysis for quite a while. So let's pick up tickers. Give me the name of tickers. Yes, I'm doing well. Just because there was no interest shown from anybody, I thought that's take some time for myself. I had good time with my family during this. So tell me the name of tickers which we want to discuss. Any ticker you want, but make sure that they are not some tickers which are like penny stocks or anything under $5. Give me the names which have some potential moves or something, and I will add that to the list. I'm still including Baba, I think, is pretty much AAL. Walmart, yes. Again, MOS, FSLR. I gave FSLR last week, that FSLR is looking good. So we can definitely include FSLR. So let me start with, I think snow is done. FSLR. FSLR. Oh, let me delete all of this. Let me delete all of them so that we do not have any previous history. Let's start from alphabetically order. So we want to discuss Apple for sure. Apple definitely can go down to 150. I'm very positive on that because that's the only stock which has not fallen enough. AL, because of high crude prices, I think AL is going to be a very difficult trade. With such a high crude, I don't think airlines are going to make any kind of money. First, Corona hit them, and now high crude prices. So AMD, I want to include my hot favorite, Amazon. Then AMD, Amazon are there. I need to include one of the banks. Which bank should I go for? Bank of America or JPM? Crowd, QCOM. I will definitely include CAT because CAT has been really, really good. CAT will be good. I do want to include BIDU because it had some really good numbers. Amazon, CAT, BIDU. I want to include BLNK because of so much move in the crude. I think these sector will definitely move. So let me include BLNK. I usually do not include these kind of companies, but BLNK is there. Then in the, I think Costco or John Deere. John Deere I also want to include along with CAT. John Deere is good. Facebook, Expedia, no. If you want to short, yes, we can include Facebook for short. Let's include Facebook. FSLR. XLE, I will include Mark. I'm keeping watch list short and sweet. I want to include Goldman's, like I will say JPM or Goldman Sachs. I have to decide on where should I go on them. Definitely want to include Google. Then in times like this, companies like IBM can come to picture. Cybersecurity is like overextended as of now. So I will not jump onto cybersecurity. They appear to be bouncing, but no. Not at this time, Preetham. We can discuss in ITSI Evening Star. Yes, we can include ITSI. That changes my sequence. So let's include JPM. I just want to make sure we have a diverse watch list. Microsoft, LMT. Give me one moment. We can talk about cyber stocks like Crowd, but I think they are already there. So any news will be sell on news most likely. Crude, I will include Oxy or XLE. So we'll check on that. So I want to include Microsoft. I want to include Shop is good short, yes. NVDA is also looking to good. See, we just need to make some small watch list because we have Tesla. Oil is up already up, Sebastian. So how many we have now? I want to extend the list. We already have 20. So out of these 20, yes, I am sure we can hit 150. Crowd, let me remove IBM then. I'll include crowd. We have John Deere and Caterpillar. I want to include only one of them. Which one you want? X. Let me include Oxy here. And in Oxy, you can use MRO, XLE. You can take reference of that. Earnings, I'm not jumping into earnings. Earnings are really, really bad for me. So I think we have a good list now. Ford, possibly with Tesla, we can discuss Ford. Snow, no. Snow is done. It might consolidate, be volatile up and down, but that's about it. I don't think so. It's gonna be really, really good in the move. Cat is already there, Vasudha. All right, so we have now people. So first come first, let me explain you a couple of things before we go. In December, like last year, we discussed, we had ECB and we had Fed 120 and 120 each. Okay, so annually, that's about 2.4 trillion each. If you multiply this by 12, and if you multiply this by 12, it's like, let's do that calculation. Give me 1 second. 24 into 12, 2.88, sorry. So $2.8 trillion, that was the inflow which was coming in. So the market demand, if we discuss in very simple terms, and I will make sure you have clarity. So this was the fake demand of $2.8 trillion. Plus there was an actual demand where people come and buy things, investment. So that is called real demand. Now, so every time there was a downturn in last few years, this fake demand of $2.8 trillion used to take the index higher. Now this demand is gone. Okay. Now demand is equal to only real demand because this is gone. And this demand is significant. I would not say this is a very small. It will include small investor, big investors, funds. So this demand is going to be there, which is called the real demand. Now in coming months, one more thing which is changing, that there was no supply here. There was hardly any supply. People were not selling. Now with balance sheet reduction, there will be supply. And this supply will fight with real demand. So index will try to go up, supply will try to bring it down. Whoever wins will take this direction. So I would suggest, if you're thinking to buy leaps, think at least 10 times before buying leaps, because you need a reason, you need a new money to go higher, And right now, the real demand is going to be consistent. And if we have, let's say, oil going higher, inflation is going to burst out of hands. And the 25 basis point hike, which is suggested by Jerome Powell, we may get to 50 by March 16th. Looking at the crude, I'm sure he will have to do this 50. When he suggested 25 basis point, the crude was $95. Now it's $130. That's about $35 higher than where it was. It will definitely need to a very high inflation rate, which will be around 10%, because crude prices will diverge into transportation cost, all the derivatives of oil, like even toothpaste is made out of oil. All the derivatives, plastics, everything depends on oil. If this is going higher, it's going to hit many industries, their profit margins is going to hit, and the buying power. And just to be honest, in last few months, I also have started to feel the pain of inflation. Like if you used to go to Costco for a weekly grocery, it used to be like $200, $250. Now it's touching around $350, $400. And you're buying almost the same thing. You're not buying anything extraordinary, but prices are going higher. So more or less, prices going higher, inflation getting higher will have this real demand to ease off. Real demand easing off, supply need to be cleaned up, which will be the balance reduction from the balance sheet. This will not let market go higher. See, in December, we were around 4,700. Now we are only 4,280, roughly. How many stocks have seen decimation? There are numerous stocks which are about 80% down. Imagine this going to 3,800. What will happen? And this is not the first time it is going to happen. It has happened during Corona. It will happen again. But all you need to do is, we are not going to get this fake demand, which gave an exponential rise to the market from Corona lows to December highs. We are not going to have that. And don't expect Fed to infuse the stimulus again, because they are running on a very thin shield. If it breaks, it's going to blow out America into a fiscal deficit and can cause a default, where the bond market will get decimated, and it can really, really cause trouble for the market. That's why, yes, calendar puts are really good. But as of now, I would not suggest anybody to jump into a very short-term option. Try to learn in this market, try to understand. Don't jump into any trade if you cannot manage it. If you are going in office meetings, if you're looking for something else, if you're trying to swing, it's 100% risk. Trade less, save capital, because when market will come to a area where like 4,000, where it has gaps, that's about 20% correction from the all-time highs. That will be a very good point to jump into the market, because then all the negatives will be priced in and still the real demand will be there. So real demand will try to push higher. At that time, yes, you can jump and buy some things, but not at this time. And I'm sharing this because many people do not address or understand the impact of all those things. They think, oh, market is falling, stock is falling, let me buy high here. Leaps of it, maybe in 2 months, 3 months, it will go higher. No, you will lose on leaps. Leaps were a phenomena because of this $2.8 trillion. If you take out from that equation this number, leaps will get decimated, like what they are happening now. Okay. Yes, 99% all the gaps will be filled, Mark. They are always there. There needs to be filled. Okay. So let's come to the market now. So again, if you have any point you want to discuss regarding this fundamental or macroeconomic, Do let me know. We can have a discussion after this analysis. Now let's go to the market. Now this is HA. So let me go to the normal because we all know the trend is really negative. So let's see if there is any gap. So here this is the Apple. Let's start from ES. And let me remove the volume for now. See, we are struggling to break this line and we came down. We bounced off this 4260 numerous times. Even now, like today's low is about 4263. So we have seen numerous occasion where we have come across in last few days. You see right here, we have come across and we are trying to bounce, and we are getting a reasonable bounce towards 4380. 4380 is an area, you see, 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time, 5 time, 6 time. It has failed to break out. On the downside, one time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time, 5 time, it's almost 6 time. So there's a constant struggle going on to break higher or break lower. Wherever this move is going to be happening, like right now we are almost 1.25% down. If we lose 4260, we do not have any support. We will come back and test this one. And people who trade SPX or other things, you need to watch out this area of 4000, 4026. That's the next support area which comes. We tested this area last time, you see right here. We tested this last time, 4100 to 4101. Now this will not be held. This will be 4000. 4260 is really important area. This is going to make or break this market. Till the moment the trend is super bearish. If we go to ES, trend is bearish, like it's short. I'll not even say it's neutral, because if I have to take direction, it's a sell in the market. 4320 area right here, where we have this line, your black line, trend 12 EMA, 34 EMA, they are moving down. The 34 EMA is higher, which clearly proves the trend is negative, and the candles are trying to break the 12 EMA and failing. Till the moment we do not capture 43.45, at least on the closing basis, and then next day cross over 43.82, we are not positive. You might see an intraday move higher, but you need a close above 43.82, at least in neutral territory. It is so bearish because right now it's down so much. So I would say if we get an opportunity, sell near 42.90. I'm going to give two equations on sell side. Sell near 42.90 for 42.60. 42.60 and 4200. It's 100% short because I'm short, so I'm taking just both the short sides. Okay, stop loss is this. Now, if we, how would I make this equation? Because it's already down that much. Let me start like from 42, sell below 43.20, stop loss 43.45, target is 42.60, 4200, about 80% short. So if it comes around this area, I'm selling about 80%. Now, if you do not get this opportunity, you come across this area, I will give it like 70% shorting opportunity, because here we still have 30 points buffer. And I've clearly mentioned the last support for the bulls is 42.60. So that's the clear area for short. If you see 42.60 broken, don't even look to go long. If it breaks, it's going to hit 42.60 and 4200 very quickly, maybe in 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It will not stop. It will be that quick. And QQQ is not able to break out of this 351 area, and it's holding below the regression channel and below this 338 area. So I would love to sell this below 338, because in the morning, again, I'm going to put only one here. I'm just giving two in case of ES, because ES is very volatile. Sell below 338.57. Stop loss will be 344. It comes out really higher stop loss. Targets will be 333, 326, 315. I think 333 is really, really important. If it breaks 333, it's going to hit 326. 70% short. Because if I'm negative in Apple, then most likely this will decline 2%. And 333 is Fibonacci support. If it loses this one, it's going to be bad. It will hit 326, it will hit 316. In this case, it can hit 4100. So right now QQQ has not opened, but most likely it will open below 333, 32 area. If it opens below 332 area, your target is 326, 316. Your stop loss will be 338.57. ES is open, that's why I'm able to put two levels to short. It's sell on rise market. There's no buying here. It's a sell on rise market. Buying will happen only and unless if we break above 43.80 area. Or if you really want to try a buy near this area, 42.60, if it bounces. But 42.60 will be your very, very good support area. So if, let me say, if somebody has to buy, does people want to buy? Let me just change this. Stop loss will be 42.50. I'm just moving the equations here. So if someone has to buy, you can buy at 42.60 with a very small stop loss with a possibility of bounce towards 43.20. Otherwise, it's a sell. Okay, QQQ is a sell. I will not even think to buy this. It's a sell. 70%. NQ, I'm not covering NQ because it creates too much of confusion for me. Let's go to Apple. We already hit 42.63. Yes. And let's see if from 42.63, did it bounce a little? Let's see. 15-minute candle. So it came here 42.60 and it's trying to, but it's making inside candles on 15 minutes. It's made a gravestone doji here. Again, massive gap and then down. Right now, it's making a bearish pennant. It might come here and then go down further. So you need to be watchful of 42.60. I'm not recommending any trade in this market for futures. If you don't know how to trade them, don't jump into them. They'll be very quick to wipe up your account. They will not even wait at all. Apple. So Apple on 1-day chart, it's negative because it's breaking below. The trend is short for sure. And on HA, it's also showing the negative sign. Okay, so both the candle types are confirming the trend for Apple is short. And what should we do? I'm sure it's going to open below 163, 164. No, it's already 163. Open 160, 60 area. So 161 is an area where it has seen some bounce and from there it tried to move up. So if it loses 161, I'll be selling. Sell below 161. Target is 164.75. Stop loss. You can sell below 163 as well. Because it's going to do a gap up. That's why I'm including both them. But the stop loss is 164. And target is 159. 90. 155. If it breaks 159, you see it's also losing the regression channel and 61.8 Fibonacci. So that will be very devastating. And there's a 38.2 Fibonacci. When you lose 68, 61, you're going to hit 38, which is 150. So 155, 151 area is the target. So keep in mind 159, if it loses 154.80 and 150.70. These are targets. Again, 70% short and 158.9 is 61.8 Fib support. And again, I'm reiterating, do not try to buy any of this falling knives. If market falls, you might see Apple in 2 digits. That's 100% a possibility. Don't look at what you're feeling, just look at the price action. Here is AMD. It's on the daily candles. You see, once it broke this 141 area, the EMAs have never ever crossed over. And this is showing us the negative setup on AMD. Below 1111, it's negative. It was taking support of this 111 multiple times in the past. Now it's coming to an area 105, where if you go back, it was finding some serious resistance at 111. Now it has broken that. This is the Heikin Nishi candles. Now, if you go back to the normal candles, also you will see that around this area, this particular area, it was finding base. Now it's breaking it constantly. Now it can come to 99 very easily. If it breaks 105, it can go to 99, and then there is a support at around 90ish, 89, 90 area. That's the support which comes around. So you may not believe this, but that's what the data is telling us. $108 was a good support. Amazon is struggling. Amazon really posted bad numbers, and I don't know why it went up. I'm still not able to comprehend the reason behind it. But if you see, it was trying to make a bullish pennant until here, until this moment. It's going here, and right there, this was bullish pennant. But now it failed from that bullish pennant. It went down, tested this regression channel 2692 before the earnings, and then bounced right. This was earning day before, and then bounced right to 3260 area after the earnings, which is 50 Fibonacci failed, 38 Fibonacci failed. Usually after 38 Fibonacci, it used to test that 23.6. So that is the area where it should move. Now, if you change this candle to Heikin Nishi, it will also confirm that yes, the trend is negative. If we lose this 2880 area, because this was the area where it had good supply last time, even on Friday, if you lose this 2820, 2830 area, it's going to be go all the way. Like it might find some support at 2750, but looking at the market, I doubt. So I am short on Amazon. I want to sell it below this area, 2820. My stop loss will be 2880. It's a big stop loss, but you don't know when it can bounce. If ceasefire news comes out, market may bounce a little. But I don't think so ceasefire is happening as of now. Target is 2760. 2760 and 2690. I'm just giving it 60% compared to others. BIDU. BIDU has been like, if you see, it's consolidating in this range. It goes up, comes back, goes up, comes back. But this is a stock which has shown some strength comparatively in the market. So if it comes around 144, I'll love to add BIDU. So I'm neutral on BIDU. I want to buy above 144, 144.50 area, and my target will be 152, 157, 152.50, 157.50. Again, I'm 60% confident. I'm not super confident here. My stop loss is 141. 75. That's my. Now Blink. Blink is the charging company, and I think it's gonna move because of the crude prices. And if you see here, it's pretty congested on the EMAs. So it's an area where I would love to add this. If it goes above 23, that's wonderful. But if it comes around 22.50, so Blink, again, I'm neutral. I want to buy near 22.50 area, which is well below, well above the closing price. But if it comes around this area, I'll be more than happy to. I want it to go down and come up. 21.50 is my stop loss. 35. Target is 23.60 and 26. With all the crude prices going higher, I think Blink, Tesla, FSLR, solar companies, EV companies, they will move. Caterpillar, with all the exports from Russia getting stopped, Caterpillar, which makes the farming equipment, is going to get really, really good gain. So I am positive on Caterpillar. So I'm positive on Caterpillar. Caterpillar or John Deere, whatever you want to call that. If you get 189, because it will be a gap down, most likely Monday. If you get around 189, just go for it. Target will be 192.70. And 199. Very high likely this is gaining from wheat exports. This is going to go really, really good. Oxy beyond any means, like if you look at crude, like I was looking at Oxy's chart. So if I draw some charts from last 5 years, let me draw a regression chart first. Okay. And now let me draw some replacements. From 87.67. $8.52. So 61% was really, really tough. It came almost close to 57 on Friday, almost in the after hours 57. It's going to hit 70 and 87. I'm looking for 87 on this very easily. It can come and test 87. We talked about Oxy when it was 12, 14 area. I booked it at around 20. I expected crude to get settled around 70, 80, but now it's almost double from 70, 80. So in this case, If you get above 57, 57 should be your stop loss. Oxy is super positive. 57, 50 is your stop loss. Target is 71. I'm just keeping that in mind, but it can also hit 87. Let me put 87. And this is the stock which will run. It might open gap up, most likely, and will not stop. And by about 60. If you get this, this is your stop loss. This is going to be Facebook. Facebook is struggling all the four corners. It's just losing the entire momentum. See, it went up from 136 all the way to 384 and boom, it came back. Now I need to just remove this drawing, remove all the Fibonacci. Let me extend these Fibonacci levels. Remove or cancel right extensions. So Facebook, if we go back here, last time this was 190 area where it found the support and bounced. It is full negative going on. I don't know whether it's going to open above around 195, 186. But if it loses 190, it will not stop until 170. 190 is an area where it bounced last time. 190, made a low 190, and this is again Fibonacci. If it loses 190, it's going to hit 169. So either you can look for a bounce at 190 area if market needs to bounce. If it loses 190, go sell it. So again, I am Facebook. I am short. This company has busted and struggling. Sell below 190. Target is 180, 170. That's why I'm giving it 60% stop loss is 194. If it goes below this area, I will go short. FSLR, I think it's going to do a gap up. It's, if it, see, it's from this regression channel, it is bouncing from this Fibonacci level and is trying to catch, it's a bullish engulfing candle right here. And if it recaptures this 74 area, that will be really, really good for a move towards 80. So positive here by about 74.50, and stop loss will be 70. This is something you can trade for some swings. If market target is 80, 82, 60. Google, again, same old story. These all companies are going to lose revenue from Russia. So you cannot ignore them. It's already well below the regression channel. 26, 27, it was the close. I think there was also a gap here in Google, right here. 2440, that needs to be filled. There are gaps here at 2100. We might even fill that. So in case tomorrow it loses 2550, I'll be looking to sell this. Trend is totally negative here, so it's a short. And don't expect market to do bounces all the time. This is a sell on rise market. Every time it goes up at 4380, people are selling it. They are not taking it home. Sell below 2580. Stop loss is 2625. Target is 2530. 2461. Crowd. Crowd was trying to make inverted head and shoulders right here, but failed. The trend